Alright, time to do a new GM mode over on NHL. I'm going to be picking the Anaheim Ducks. Now, the reason I want to do Anaheim is, kind of a personal reason. Kessler is one of my favorite players, being from Vancouver. He's always going to be one of my favorite players. And I've always wanted to do a GM mode with him on the Ducks. It's just the window of opportunity is closing. Him, Getzlaf, and Perry are getting up there in age. So I want to do one before it's too late. Now I'm going to turn owner mode off. CPU trades on. I'm going to go, I'm going to turn meetings off, but I'll go player morale, just so, you can't stack the team totally. Salary cap obviously on, waivers on. Think that's about it. Let's continue. Now, rules and settings, quick settings. What I'm going to do, I am going to go, where is it down here? Trade difficulty, I'm going to go to hard, okay? I don't like it being easy to trade. I like it being difficult. And this way you can't cheat the system too much. Obviously, in any game you can cheat the system, but I'm going to be going that. Advanced settings, I don't think there's really anything. Edit lines, injury, yeah, I want both for when it's going to tell me. The minor league can assist me. Do I even need it? No, I'm going to go, I'll go fully healed for that. Rotate goalie can be on. I think that's it. I can go to gameplay sliders. I'm going to go attributes effect. I want that to be at like a 9. I want the attributes to actually affect how a player does. And then I'm going to go down here to injury occurrency. Now, when I do it, I usually put it to like 10 to 20. Just so you don't have too many injuries. I will go at 30 to begin it, but injuries in NHL are pretty bad if you have it at 100. I don't want it to be too bad and drag the video down too much. I'll go 30. If it's not enough, I'll turn it up. If it is too much, I'll turn it down. Not an issue. If you want it to be at a certain setting, just let me know. But yeah, like I said, Anaheim Ducks. I want to do them before it's too late. As of right now, they're still a contender. Their top players are still high overall. But it's going to be an interesting team because I haven't even really checked them. But obviously, Getzlaf, Kessler, and Perry are getting up there in age. So I don't know how many years we're going to have exactly to, be a contender. And after that, I think it would be interesting. Because they're a contender that still needs work done to them and improvements. But in the near future, we might have to go in a rebuild. So that might be interesting. I've never done that. I've never had a team and then have to go into a rebuild in like season 3 to 4 or like season 5. That's usually when the team peaks in a GM mode, usually, right? But I think it's going to be interesting. Should be fun. First of all, let's just go draft picks. So we have our number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have everything. And in the future, we have every pick as well. Looks like it. Perfect. Okay, so we have every draft pick going into the future and this season, which is nice. John Gibson, right. So we're going to have Gibson in net, 24 years old, starting goaltender. Luckily, we have a goaltender for the future and now. We have him on a cheap contract for the next couple years, which is nice. Ryan Miller, obviously, we're going to have to get a different backup, maybe even this season. I don't know when he's going to retire, but he's getting up there in age, so we're going to have to get a new backup going into the future. We have no prospects, so that might be something to look for. But again, we have Gibson. We might just want to get a backup in free agency, right? Defenseman now. What do we have? So Lindholm is an 86 overall, 23-year-old. Wow. 90s in defense. Census is quite, okay, so he's an all-round defender. I'm actually surprised his overall isn't higher. I'm really surprised because 90s in defense, the shots decent, skating the 4.5. Maybe, it's probably physical. Physical has a lot to do with a player's overall. That's probably it, but that might be a blessing in disguise because we might get him on a cheaper contract. Okay, so, he's locked down anyway, but 5.2, not bad. 23, this offseason he might even jump up to a top 2 because he's got that elite potential. So I'm hoping he will. Cam Fowler, yeah, he's going to be a top 4. His potential is elite, but he's 25. Two-way defender again. Lindholm, yeah, he was a two-way as well. Fowler, 90 discipline, 90 offensive awareness. The accuracy is even pretty good, better than Lindholm. So, he should be getting a lot of points. Puck skills is better than Lindholm. Again, if that physical was 4.5, I guarantee he'd probably be an 86, 87 overall. Let's go down the list to Vatanen, an offensive defenseman. However, his defense is still good. His defense is very good for an offensive defenseman. And, he's got the best shot and the best puck skills out of all these defensemen. Not a surprise there. His puck skills and Fowler, kind of dead even. Yeah, dead even. Deking, whatever, Discipline still there and everything. Again, so we don't have a physical back unit. That might be one thing to get. I don't know if we're going to find one down the lineup. It doesn't look like it. Let's go by overall here. So we also have Manson, okay, I guess we really don't have to. A defensive defenseman, top 4, but honestly, he'd be better as a 6th defenseman. He's on a minor league contract. What's Vatanen? So Vatanen, we got him locked down. Fowler, we're going to need to pay. That might be a bitch, especially because we have Manson as well. But what are his statistics? Yeah, obviously he's going to be physical. Just your typical defensive defenseman, right? And as a 5th defenseman, that would be fine. Bieska, what is he? Okay, yeah, so after this season, he's done on that contract, which is nice. I'm fine with him. Yeah, this season, especially for this season, I'm totally fine with Bieska. The only problem is we don't have that definitive other top 4 defenseman. Boucher, I guess we could maybe put Manson on the top 4, but if we really want to make a push for the Stanley Cup this season, we'd want to get another defenseman, right? Montour, so he's a up-and-coming defenseman. That's nice to see. He might end up being a top 4, just maybe. Lawson, elite potential, but it's low. I'm not going to put my hopes up on that. Any other prospects? Not really. Not really at all. So, we definitely need to draft a defenseman in this draft, I'd say. Depending on what the forward situation looks like, which we're getting to now, I'll go to the overall first, because we're a contending team, so we gotta look at the top players. Obviously, Getzlaf. Do we really have to look? Getzlaf, Perry, Kessler. Do we really need to look at what they are? Getzlaf, typical two-way player. I know he's power forward, but, a two-way player, every category is going to be good. Perry, the sniper, and then Kessler, the defensive-minded two-way forward. Now, this is a problem here. 5, 4, and 4 years. 32, 32, 33. We have to win now, and it's going to be tough because these guys are getting a lot of money, and realistically, there's no way to trade them. Not really. Perry and Getzlaf, let's be honest, are probably going to retire a duck. And Kessler, as long as you're contending, as long as your hope is to win a Stanley Cup, why would you not have Kessler? Really. 85 poise, honestly, that should be higher. That should be like 95 in my opinion. Definitely. But, awesome defensively. Super happy to have a guy like Kessler. We know what those guys are about, right? They're going to clog up minutes, they're going to clog up money, but they're worth it. Let's go down the list to Raquel. So a second liner, a center again. He's probably going to play the wing. Well, depending on what type of pieces we have, he could play the wing because his face-off isn't too good. But that would be a nasty combo. Getzlaf, Kessler, Raquel. That could be awesome. And, let's go down the list here just to Vermette. A third line, so he could even be the fourth line. I think that's what we're going to go with. Vermette, and then Raquel, Kessler, Getzlaf. So we got our centers down. We need a defenseman. We definitely need a top 4 defenseman if we really want to compete. Let's see what the rest of the team is like. Silverberg, okay, forgot about him actually. So he's a top 6 guy for sure. Now, I've taken a really long break from NHL. So, please, if you are active in NHL, my GM, 82 overall. Is that truly a second liner? I know that the overalls are down from previous GM modes or previous games, but like I said, I've taken a pretty long hiatus from the NHL game, so if you still play it, please let me know, kind of, is there a way to tell what is 82 like 84 last year, 85 last year? Is it like that, or, yeah, let me know. Let me know if you know. But Silverberg, as of now, second liner, that is his role, and that's probably what he's going to play alongside Kessler. Cogliano, a third liner, yeah, a perfect third liner. The only problem is, that means we're probably going to have to put Raquel on the wing on the top. Well, you know, Getzlaf and Perry, we can put anybody with them, right? We're probably going to go Kessler, Raquel, Silverberg. And I mean, I'm looking to make a trades as well, so maybe we can fill out the top 6 with trades, but just as the roster is right now, I'd probably do that. And then, so Cogliano, yeah, the depth isn't that good here. Wow. Okay, I did not expect his discipline to be 90. Okay, third liner, two-way forward, again, another old guy. I'd love to get a younger guy on the team. What's his contract looking like? Okay, it's not terrible, but not great. Cogliano was $3 million, only 1 year. Silverberg, luckily we have him next season. Raquel we have locked down, and then the big guns, okay. Let's go to Nick Ritchie. He's still got room to grow. I don't know if he will because of the low potential, but definitely a depth guy. You know, realistically, if you're a Stanley Cup team, he'd be like the 12th forward on your team. And then, yeah, that's really it. So we've got 1, 2, 3 in those guys. Silverberg as definitive top 6 guys. If we need to, we can put Raquel there. But see, then we're going to have to get another guy for the third line. The more I'm thinking about this, unless I do some magic in trading, then I don't know how deep we can go in the postseason. I really don't. For the regular season, we just don't have a deep team right now. What about young guys? So, we've got Jones and Steele. If we're looking to win now, we trade these two prospects for 23 to like 26-year-old guys, already established, but young enough to where they can be on our team for the future. We go to a rebuilding team. We get a guy in his prime for a prospect, right? That would be the move to do. We have 2 of those guys with decent value. We can either package him, or, you know, Richie might be on the move as well. I'm not too sure. Comtos down here, another guy we can move. Low potential. A medium guy, a bit of... Okay, so these guys down here. There's definitely some trade value down here. These 5 guys, actually. So, Kadils, Case, Natanen, Morand, and Olsen. Obviously, alone, they're not going to get much done. But if we package 1, 2, even 3 of them with Jones or Steele, we could get a good guy back. We definitely could. Okay, I'm happy with the team. I'm a little bit underwhelmed, to be honest with you. It looks like we do have some salary cap available. Let me go to free agents. Let me just see who's available. How much money do we have? Okay, we have $5.5 million, basically. That is great. That is great. I just saw that we had like 69 out of however much money, like 75, so I knew we had some money. That's great. Dupre, he's not ideal. I need a top 4 defenseman, but you know what? If we trade for a couple forwards, I'm okay with signing for Dupre. That would be okay. Goalies, I don't think there's really going to be anybody. Yeah, no, there's not. Any potential goalies at all? You know, if we signed Godla, he'd have some trade value. We could do that. He would have trade value. That's about it, though. What about defensemen? Any potential defensemen? So, Dupre, obviously. Cowan, he's 26, though. I'd rather get the higher overall, even if it costs more money. Ekman-Lawson, probably, the brother. But, you know, not high overall. Yeah, there's not really any prospects here. No, not really. Let's go to forwards. I don't remember seeing anybody. Yeah, no, not really any prospects in free agency right now. Yeah. You know, if we need to... Okay, if we make some trades and we need 1 or 2 guys on the 4th line, definitely some options. Definitely some options, right? Tulusky, Hudler, Prento, Iginla, White if we want, Gionta, Vandevelde maybe? Skilly, yeah, there's definitely options to fill out the fourth line, but we need to make trades. We just do. We need to make trades. Let me go to roster moves. I just want to see what the lineup exactly would be like right now without any trades. Goalies, we know who that is. Defensemen, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Boscheman. For now, he can be in the lineup. Yeah, for now, he can be in the lineup. Forwards, we got Getzlaf, Perry, Kessler, Raquel Silverberg, Eve. That's 6. Cogliano, Richie, Vermette. We don't have a fourth line. We just don't have depth right now. We need depth majorly. And, you know, trading for a top 6 or 2 top 6 guys immediately makes a lot of depth. Because if we trade for 2 top 6 guys, we would have Getzlaf, Perry, Kessler, Silverberg, plus 2. And then the bottom 6 would be Raquel, Eve, Cogliano, Richards, or Richie, Vermette. That's 5. And then we just need to sign 1 in free agency. So, you know, and if we sign Dupre, that would be 6 defensemen. Okay. So we'd go Getzlaf, Perry, Cogliano maybe? If we do that. And then we'd go Kessler, Silverberg. And, you know, obviously right now I'd go Raquel. But let's just say we trade for a different winger, right? Let's put Shaw up there for now. And then we'd go Raquel, Vermette. Yeah, Vermette's going to play center. Eve and Richie down here. Third liner. Eve's the third liner. Okay. Let's put Cogliano and Richie on the third line. And then, okay. So if we replace Rasmus, whatever the fuck his name is, and Shaw with 2 top 6 guys, that would be the top 6 set, right? Pretty decent top 6. And then we'd have Cogliano, Vermette, Eve, Raquel, Richie, and then blank. Cogliano, Raquel, they're really the only guys I love in the bottom 6. Richie, not a fan of. Again, ideally he'd be on the 4th line. Eve, he's decent. I'm not a huge fan, but I'll keep him, especially the contract I'm probably going to dump at the draft, actually. Probably. Vermette, he's a good 4th liner. So, you know, the depth actually, if we did that, it wouldn't be too bad. Defensively, Lindholm, Fowler, Vatanen, Manson, we'd probably do this. Vatanen, Lindholm, we'd probably go Fowler, Manson, and then Bietska, the dude in free agency. I forget his name already. That's my memory for you. But the guy in free agency, the defenseman that we'd pick up. And then obviously Gibson's a good enough starting goalie. I don't know if we'd win a Stanley Cup this season. It might take 1 season to really get a playoff team. But by then we've got Perry and Getzlaf at 33, Kessler at 34. I hate to say it, but a rebuild might be coming soon. But as long as Kessler, Getzlaf, and Perry are not declining, we are in championship mode 101. I don't think there's much else to do this episode. Off camera, I am going to do a hell of a lot of scouting. I am going to try and find the most realistic, best options for this team. Anything else to do, really? Scouting, view draft class. Where do I go for captain and jersey? You know, I just want to check it out. Why not? Getzlaf, Kessler, what did I just say? Getzlaf, Kessler, Perry. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Who else would it be? You know, but honestly, that's what the team is. It's a 3-man team with a decent defensive core and a decent goalie. As of right now, we definitely need some players. I don't know who the hell we'd get. I don't know who we'd get. Honestly, I'm gonna have to do a lot of trading. A lot of scouting. Like I said, been a while since I've actually played NHL. Let's just check out who we have to trade. Lawson. We have Jones and Steele. I'd like to keep the 1st round draft pick, because like I said, a rebuild is coming on the horizon. We'd have Comtos, and then a bunch of top 9. So, not a whole lot of value. Not a whole lot of value when you look at it. I don't know who we'd get. We might have to just put all of these guys and to one team. Maybe do like a 5 for 2 or a 4 for 2 deal. I don't know. If you have any players that you would recommend I get, let me know. I'd prefer a rebuilding or hopeful team that I can dump prospects to for players that are younger than, 30, but that would help the team this season. I don't know who I'd get, but I can't wait to find out. Very excited to do an NHL GM mode once again. I love NHL. I love doing NHL GM modes. That's about it. I think that's all for this episode. If I missed anything, please let me know. I'll do it at the beginning of the next episode. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you episode number 2, where we might do trades, and guaranteed to do a lot of simulation. Maybe not a lot, maybe a bit. I don't know. Simulation and trades are simulation, guaranteed, trades maybe. Off camera for me, a whole lot of thinking. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on episode number 2.